And this is one ship I am really looking forward to open. Pristine, mint, never opened. I am so excited for this one. Please don't let me down, Eaglemoss. Please don't let me down. Hi guys, Retro Trek Ralph here with another Star Trek, the official Starship collection by Eaglemoss. Now we've got the special, one of the larger specials. I think this is number 20. Oh, I'm not prepared. I'm actually not prepared for this video. I think it's number 21. So it's the Vulcan Long Range Shuttle special issue. Now I have one issue with this. I made this model kit when I was a kid. It was part of the original, the motion picture film set. They had the Enterprise, which I missed the Enterprise, the original smoothie version to actually build. They got lights inside it, and I think I got it from Star Trek 2 or Star Trek 3. I think I started building it. But I remember building this, and it was said that you must buy it, and must make it in a rust colour, which is fine. It's kind of Vulcan, but it's not a Vulcan long-range shuttle. It was always classed as a Federation long-range shuttle, which I don't understand, because you've got the Federation shuttle docking port on the back of there. It does look very different. Yes, it says Surak on it. Yes, we've got these longer nacelles. But they did say a registered Federation long-range shuttle, and I love the motion picture, and you can't quote me on it, because I've got everything stuck in my head because I watched that film so many times. Impulse engine on the back of the warp nacelles. So this is a warp sled. This is a shuttlecraft. Trust me, I know what I'm on about with this ship, and I'm just puzzled why it says Vulcan when it's in a Federation colours. But I'm looking forward to this. Please, please don't. Right. Looks good. Oh, it's not one of these that's stuck on the edges again. It does say Surak, which was the Vulcan Master of Logic or whatever. Yes, you can have a go at me on that one if you want. But it was a Surak in the film. It's the first one we actually majorly saw all these thruster pods. There. Gives you so much manoeuvrability. What they put in the motion picture era ships, which is great. But it does look very much like the Reefer Enterprise sort of era-ish. There's nothing on the front. There's this flat part on here for no reason at all. But that was the section that comes off. There's even talk that they might actually redo this model as you can take off the shuttlecraft part, which would be nice if it's a smaller version. Let's take it off, put a magnet underneath, let's fly off with it. And yes, if it was small enough to actually dock with an XL Enterprise 1701 refit, fine. If not, don't bother. I'm sure there's probably a way that this will actually come off anyway. Like the Enterprise D, the first model, where the source section can come off. But yeah, it is just a shuttlecraft, kind of, but an era we haven't fully seen yet. It does look, apart from this front bit, it does look like behind it you would have a screen. There were never really a big hole at the front of the Enterprise or any starships which you could look out of the window, apart from the J.J. Abrams verse ones, where you could see outside, and then in front of it was a screen, tactical screen, which is fine. So behind this there would have been probably a screen so the pilot can see what it's doing. But I do like it. There is the picture that I always saw on the front of the model kit. It looks like it's rust coloured. It doesn't look like it's grey. It doesn't look anything like it's that colour. There we go. But you've got your Vulcan writing on the side, registry number, which is completely different to anything we've seen before. Docking port, lots of lights on it. For a small model, it does look amazing. That's blue. Okay, I'm picking faults already before I opened it. Orange impulses, but apparently on this picture they're blue. Okay, it does look good though. Knowing what it does, it comes off, which is the first ever on-screen moment of showing you a source of separation. This wasn't the first ship to ever have a source of separation in chronology, not in Starship chronology, in human hour time chronology, because the original Enterprise was meant to be able to source separate. That's why you've got your saucer, you've got your neck coming down, and there's these lines. It was meant to be able to separate the saucer from the neck, and then the triangle parts underneath the actual saucer itself were meant to be landing legs, as well as holding on to the neck. That was what they come out with one concept for, which would be nice to see something like that, which we never will. Oh, now if you watch this channel more often, you will know that I am quite excited over concept stuff I have never seen before. Yeah, that's what this is. There's different warp sleds. It's very Next Generation, that, rounded. Pod on the side, pods on the front. Original series, that one at least. Original series nacelles. That looks like a Xindi ship we've just watched. The wings down, two on top. That's like Next Generation, and that's very blocky. That's very nice. I do love the concept art that we have never really seen. Okay. There's a storyboard of the ship coming towards it, undocking because it would never have docked in the rear of the ship anyway, without the warp sled on. Okay. So why is the center picture the colour it is when the model and the model maker is actually grey? Some rust parts where it's been landed on a planet, that's fine. I understand that. There's no landing gear legs, just land on its shuttle, on its warp sled. But it does look grey, and this is probably what Eaglemoss have copied the colour from, not from there, which looks like it's all rust. Unless it was very, very rusty because it had been on Vulcan for that long. I don't know. So bring back Spock. Leonard Nimoy didn't want to be part of the motion picture, but eventually gave way and said, yeah, go on then. Alright, we'll have a go. So, enough of the magazine, enough of me waffling. I am so excited for this. Da-da. Da-da. Don't disappoint. Don't disappoint. Ooh. Okay. Vulcan Long Range Shuttle 6361A-A. Will be not bothered. Ooh, that's a big stand there. Come on. Come on. So front end out first. Ooh, okay. Oh, okay. Right, so my worst part has already been shown. This is a heavy model. Size-wise, look at that. It's wider than my hand, way longer than my hand. You've got these grill parts over here on the nacelles, and this rest of this part is just one massive sticker, which doesn't seem to have been done very well over here, because you've got some parts that have been broken off on the corners there. But let's get you in for the RCS thrusters on the front. Coolers, maybe, intercoolers. Lots of thrusters. Surprisingly, a lot of thrusters. There's a Surak. More Vulcan writing. Right, let's get you around to the actual shuttle pod pack box thing itself. There's a hell of a lot of detail on here. Hell of a lot. And why does the red line go up here and dots across here. When on here it stops there. And then stops. That's not in the right place, is it? So Surak. Let's get you the number. YS5047. Oh, I'm not reading that. Yeah, you can pause it there if you want and read the number, but yeah, I'm not reading that. A bit of pause there, press the wrong button. But you got a lot of detail work there. Hell of a lot on the shuttle. And this is green? This is olive? Unless this is kind of... Ooh, hello. I'm noticing something. There's a line there. This is a deliberate line on here. Let me get underneath. Surak. I wonder why they call it Surak. Go under here. The Vulcan edicts do look very Klingon, don't they? So we have on the inside of the warp sled. These are proper ridged, so it is a decent... They actually ridged inwards, they ridged outwards to follow the contours of the sled over here. But I'll come back to it in a second. So they've just stuck on two clear plastic parts for the impulse engines. One picture said blue, one picture says orange, so Eaglemoss have gone with yellow. Okay. This is a really big model. This is really, really nice. This is one of the ones that we should have had a long, long time ago. Looks like exhaust vents on this side. It's like possibly on the cooling, possibly exhaust as it's coming straight out. You can hear any kids screaming in the background. I do apologise. Next door out in the garden, and we're in the middle of a COVID crisis. But we've got on here, got these four sections here, which would be landing gear. It looks like they're just covered in red. All four sides there. Big dot on the bottom there, which would have been same as what the original Enterprise NX-01 would have, NX-01, NCC 1701, the Constitution class would have had. I'm a bit concerned, my hand there. I'm hoping that isn't paint. That white stuff, that is coming off. It does look good. That's really, really good, and that looks like... I'm not pulling it off. This is definitely two separate sections. Metal section there for the main U part, the way around, U part of the sled. Plastic nacelles, plastic shuttle part there. Possibly, I was going to say possibly with the lines there would have been more plastic, but this is all metal. So there's a lot of weight to this. But I think I could take that off. If I prized my fingers there, and thumb and pressed. Do I dare? Oh, that looks a really good view then, doesn't it? No, I daren't dare. So that's coming towards you. Towards you. My hand in the way. Screepy, gone past. But yeah, I like this, I really do, and I think that that could easily be separated from the main warp sled there. It's very weathered. So you've got, that's probably the original colour, the grey, and the grey parts. This part's more yellowed, which would mean it's been in like a sandstorm on Vulcan or something. Yes, it is showing Surak. But minor bit is in my head, it still says that it's a Federation long-range shuttle, which I don't understand. It's a shuttle. It has warp nacelles, so that means it can go long-range. But it shouldn't really be Vulcan. It should be full Federation. Any Starship, any Federation member could use these. But then they obviously passed that by and decided, oh, I daren't do it. I daren't do it. Passed it by and just made it just as a Vulcan shuttle. But that is really, really nice. I'm really, really liking that. I'm not sure whether or not these, on the docking port, the white parts are level, or whether or not pieces of that fell off. there's a hell of a lot of RCA thrusters. Two. Little yellow, everything yellow and black on here is an RCS thruster. Corner-wise, corner on here, there. This would have been such a manoeuvrable ship to fly. Underneath there, you can blast out there, all three corners. Yeah, amazing. Don't know what these parts here would have been. Maybe a potential life pod, because they kind of look a little bit body shaped. You get 8 at the same time to lay in here, and off you go. Guess it's a problem, but yeah, that's really good. I'm starting to remember this shape on here, on the model I made. I mean, the model, I must have been about 12 when I made this model. I think I had the one. I'm sure I only bought one of these. Plenty of Klingons and Enterprises over the years when I was growing up, but yeah, I did have this one. It was terracotta rust orange, which looked like the picture which was in the middle part of the magazine over where, I don't know where I've put it, it's over somewhere. But yeah, it's a really good model. I really do like this. It's not disappointed, this one. It is a special, so it's more expensive. There's a certain couple of little bits where that side of the nacelle is perfectly straight, that side curves in quite a lot. So maybe a case that in, I don't know, whenever I get these out again in the future, I can just put a little bit of paint and dab across there and just paint across and make it perfect. I don't know. I mean, I do like model making, so why wouldn't I? But that's really, really good. Really, really nice. This is definitely now in the top 5. Has to be in the top 5. Only for the nostalgia part, and partly, but also because it's just so much detail, more than I actually remember from the model. Very, very nice. So it comes in, there, done, happy, sorted. Well done, Eaglemoss. Thank you. Done a really good model there. And without any further ado, let me finish there and stop rabbiting on. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, follow me on social media. I've got tons of Eaglemoss stuff. I've got other stuff because I am Retro Tech Ralph. I've got loads of the tech stuff. I've got the trip stuff. Please watch some of my videos. Please subscribe, and I will see you in another video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.